A woman carefully prepared a loving breakfast. She hurriedly delivered it to her husband's office. Her husband didn't even glance at it. He made an excuse about having urgent business and left. It turned out that last night, Tae-soo had returned the brooch to Hiran. He also said that Kevin had asked him to pass it along. Upon seeing the brooch, Hiran immediately understood everything, because Tae-soo couldn't bear his wife's entanglement with Kevin, so he chose to stay at the office. Hiran didn't want to lose her husband. She also didn't want the Blue House to know there were problems in their marriage. Furious, Hiran used a payphone to contact Kevin directly. She warned Kevin not to use such despicable tactics anymore. If something went wrong, everyone would be ruined. Kevin said dismissively, "So what?" In fact, he just wanted to make Hiran, who had abandoned him years ago, pay the price. Hiran shouted threats that if he hurt anyone around her again, she would kill him. Returning home, Hiran couldn't sleep all night. To salvage their broken marriage, Hiran personally made a loving breakfast for Tae-soo, but Tae-soo completely ignored it. Hiran picked up the documents on the table. A colleague mentioned that Tae-soo had been working himself to death recently on the Hwanil Steel case. Hiran suddenly thought of a solution. She wanted to use the power of news media to help Tae-soo. This way, she could both ease their marital tensions and expose corporate problems. When she arrived at the editorial department, she discovered all the negative news about Hwanil Steel over the years had been suppressed. As a righteous host, how could she tolerate a company that withheld wages and violently abused employees not being exposed? Hiran immediately decided that tonight's news must expose this, no matter how powerful their backing was. In the studio, Hiran was preparing for the upcoming news broadcast. The team leader angrily confronted Hiran, accusing Hiran of being too irresponsible, because Hwanil Steel was a sponsor of the TV station. If they exposed negative news, the consequences would be severe. But Hiran firmly refused the team leader. Even if it meant leaving her current anchor position, she would make Hwanil Steel face the punishment they deserved. Soon after the Hwanil Steel scandal was broadcast, public opinion erupted. Not only was Hwanil Steel pushed into the eye of the storm, even their spokesperson Kevin was severely criticized. Kevin's image was instantly destroyed. After the news aired, Hiran went to the director to apologize, but the director didn't take it seriously. Instead, he praised Hiran as #1 in the nation for fairness and justice. Hiran was very happy and thanked the director. The director wanted to retain Hiran again, because she felt Hiran wasn't suited for the Blue House circle. Hiran still wanted to give it another try. If she missed this opportunity, she might regret it for the rest of her life. Hiran took one last look at the place where she had worked for 7 years. She left reluctantly, affected by the negative news about Hwanil Steel. Kevin's image completely collapsed. He planned to retaliate against Hiran, completely destroying her path to the Blue House. Kevin secretly placed a gift on Hiran's car. When Hiran found out, she hurried to the parking lot. When she opened the envelope, she was shocked. Inside the envelope were photos of her and Kevin entangled together.